this week from Los Angeles, California. Chao Racing 2018 is kicking off the countdown to the annual Tournament Champions in Lisbon, Portugal, with Week 22's action. It's going to be an exciting one to remember, so here's the man to get the whole countdown thing started, your host, Brandon Jennings. Hello, Los Angeles! We're getting ready for the Tournament Champions. Are you ready for the races while we wait? Yes, we are. And how are you fans? So, welcome to Week 22's action here on Chao Racing 2018 as we begin the countdown to the annual Tournament Champions, which will be held in Lisbon, Portugal next week. Right now, we got Paul Sangamore who have the updated playoff rankings. So, off you go, Paul. And off I go indeed. So, as of this week, Steve Wigman and F.I. Casey are tied for the best record with 14-8. Graham Murray has moved up to the number 3 seed, while Buster Java replaces Michael Creighton at the number 8 spot after Michael Creighton had it last week. So, there is your official playoff rankings. Now back to you, Brandon Jennings. Alright, Paul. Now it's time to begin the countdown to the 2018 Tournament of Champions. What is the first matchup of the day? Well, Brandon, for race number 1 of the men's division, we have Joe Raffrey, Michael Creighton, Zach Orson, and Peter Foles. Peter and Zach did a good job keeping up with the pace, and thus they resulted in a win last week. Will one of these superstars do it again this week? We'll find out. Meanwhile, Joe Raffrey trying to rebound from his devastating losses earlier. As we take a look in the lineup for this race, as always, our races will be held on the course. So, training is over, the players are warmed up, and we're ready for the first race of the day. Let's begin the countdown to the Tournament of Champions number 1. Please start the race. Alright, Joe Raffrey is off and running. He is blazing down the aisles, making his way towards his palm trees at the number 3 position. He is going to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit, and now he's going to eat the fruit. And there we go. He's off and running. Right now it looks like Peter Foles is going to rest, so he will be left behind in the competition for a while. Zach Orson is going to have come in of 2nd place at the moment. And right now, let's find out who will get the opening toss of Week 22's action. And that first opening toss of the week will be made by Michael Creighton, trying to rebound from last week's loss. And right now, number 2 is going to rest. He is going to be snoozing all the way back in the palm trees. So he is going to be left behind in the competition all the way back, as he takes speedless number 2 at this race, trying to get back in this one. Right now, guess who took a shortcut? Zach Orson, who won last week's race, might as well make it 11 wins this week. He had 10 wins last week. I think he should be able to make it 11 and 12 this week. Yeah, no doubt about it here, folks. Who got the next command speeders? It's number 7, that's who. Trying to lead numbers 2 and 8 in us. Right now, number 8 is getting left behind in the competition. Number 2 seems like he's also really needs help every now and then. But it's number 1 who needs the help as well. Take to the next command speeders. Joe Raffrey is in shock. What happened to his running ability? He's struggling to catch up to superstars who took a shortcut every now and then. Anyway, next speed burst was made by Michael Creighton. That makes his 2nd speed burst of the race. Poor number 8, meanwhile, is still left behind on the yellow silver Chao in a hurry. He needs a lot of catching up every now and then. But back to Michael Creighton. This time, Michael Creighton goes 1 consecutive. Right now, it is Zach Orson, who is making his way towards the home stretch. And look at that. Joe Raffrey is going to rest, which means Zach Orson will have plenty of distance ahead of Joe Raffrey at the convoy. Yep, Zach Orson's going to improve to 11 and 2 this week. Next speed belongs to number 1. That makes it a 2nd speed burst of the race. Poor number 8 is not going to get a speed burst every now and then. He's going to be missing contact with the wall. And Michael Creighton with a 4th speed burst on this race. But the winner of this opening race is Zach Orson over Joe Raffrey. He is going to come in 2nd place, folks. He is so struggling with his running ability. Don't worry, he'll win races eventually. Maybe next time for sure. Anyway, number 7 will get his 2nd speed burst of the race. And a couple of Chao are going to rest. including number 7. That means Peter Falls will move up a couple of places, but there's always next time for Peter Falls. Still has a chance coming back next season if he gets enough wins. Anyway, he is going to get another speed race. And that is going to do it for this race. So 104 race. Yep, that's going to come to a close here, folks. Number 8 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. Alright, so Zach Arson is our winner. That's right, but don't move a muscle. We only just begun. We'll continue with our countdown to the tournament champions right after these messages. Alright, now who do we have for race number 2? Race number 2 will feature the Jersey Devil John Stevenson, the License to Drive Out Here Senior, the Bobby Mater Bobby K, and the Instant Replay Guy Rusty Jackington for the Go Getters 2.0 squad. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Here we go. So let's see who's going to come on top in this race. It looks like Bobby K and Rusty Jackington are off to a good start, trying to get enough speed towards attention, and right now a couple still at Chao all the rest. I do believe it's numbers 1, 2, and 7 who are all going rest. So these 3 Chao will be left behind in the crowd for a while. Right now it will be Rusty Instant with Jackington who have coming all the way up in front. We'll see where we'll be heading next, as the first superstar gets speed first is the Bobby Mater, Bobby K. Rusty Jackington is heading for the wall, and so will the License to Drive Out Here Senior. And right now a couple of Super Chao are getting left behind in the competition after taking a nap. Looks like number 1 is going to be heading for the water, which means numbers 2 and 7 will have to fight for dear life over at the bridges. As the Bobby Mater, Bobby K opens this one up with back-to-back speeders. And look at this, Rusty Instant Replay Jackington has a commanding lead over the License to Drive Out Here Senior at the current moment. Rusty Jackington making towards the next portion of the Emerald Course, which is the sapphire portion of the Emerald Course, when he passes the 2 flags in between the gates. And it's the License to Drive Out Here Senior who have the next command speeders, currently sitting in second place battling with Bobby K. Right now a couple of Silver Chao numbers 2, 7, and 8 are battling for dear life. The Jersey Devil John Stevenson seems like he's also left behind, but it's number 1 who leads over the 4 Silver Chao with 4th place with the next command speeders. Rusty Jackington has the lead in the current one. Meanwhile, Bobby K and Out Here Senior are both making a rally to catch up to him in a hurry. Will any of them make the pass from Rusty Instant Replay Jackington? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 2. He needs help and he got it. Poor John Stevenson, meanwhile, is getting all alone in last place behind the pack. And number 2 pauses more, so he'll drop down back to 7th place. So now he will join John Stevenson for dear life. And it will be John Stevenson who gets the help. He really needs help from the pack. Back up in front, the Bobby Mater Bobby K has the lead over Rusty Instant Replay Jackington, heading into the home stretch. And who got the next one? It's the License to Drive Out Here Senior. That makes it second speedboat of the race. Right now, I think it's going to be Rusty Instant Replay Jackington who should have the lead heading into the goal line. Unless Out Here Senior can swim enough power to make the pass from him, we'll find out soon enough. As number 7 takes the next command speedboat of the race, I believe Out Here Senior is going to make the pass from Rusty Jackington. Yup! Out Here Senior made the pass, and he wins this one over Rusty Instant Replay Jackington and the Bobby Mater Bobby K. Unbelievable effort by the License to Drive himself. As John Stevenson will call for speeders, making his second speedboat of the race. Out Here Senior had enough swimming speed to make the pass from Rusty Jackington. That's why he gets another long way win, as more time coming up. Do not go away. That was an exciting race, folks. Now it's time for race number 3. Who do we have again, Paul? Race number 3 will feature Big Cherry Tommy Days, Evan Kingsley, Ralph Dennis, and Garrett Dayton. So let's see who's going to come on top in this race. It's best of luck to the next 4 superstars on the quest for victory. Here we go. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place. Alright, so we have the Hard Chain Master sitting in at number 4, the Gongstar Master sitting at number 6, along with Big Cherry, Tommy Days, and Ralph Dennis, sitting at 3rd and 5th positions respectively. And right now, Garrett Dayton is Chorus. That means the other 3 Chao will have control of the opening edge as they shake the palm trees, and now they're going to eat the fruit, and there they go, busting down the line. Ralph Dennis and Big Cherry Tommy Days are going to be bowing for the lead up in the front. And it looks like they're both heading for the water. And F1 Kings is going to join these 2 Chao over at the water. As number 8 wins the only toss for his face. And right now it looks like Big Cherry Tommy Days, F1 Kingsley, and Ralph Dennis are making their way to the other side of the water. As Garrett Dayton, who joins the other superstars, takes Beaver's number 2 this race. Right now, F1 Kingsley and Ralph Dennis are making their way towards the top of the hill. Garrett Dayton not too far behind in 3rd place. And who will get the next command of the Speedbus? It's going to be number 7 who gets it, trying to make the pass for number 1 for the lead over the 4th to Chao. Right now, number 8 is way behind. But number 2 is the real deal, who is way behind in the competition as we pass the 1 minute mark. Which 1 minute will get some help? It's going to be number 8, who just trying for a win. Right now, we got a freeway competition all the way in the front. It's F1 Kingsway, Ralph Dennis, and Garrett Dayton in a straight line, heading into the wall in the Sapphire portion of the name, of course. And guess what? Big Cherry Tom Days wants to join up. He gets the next command because poor number 2, meanwhile, is still way behind on the others. I think he needs some speed bus, and I mean now. But who really got it? It's number 7. That makes his 2nd speed bus of the race. Meanwhile, Effin, Ralph, and Garrett, all with Big Cherry Tommy Days not too far behind, are all climbing out the wall. Which one is going to prevail at the goal line? We'll find out soon enough. Next place belongs to number 2. He finally gets some help, but he's still way behind in the competition. Effin and Garrett are going to be battling for the lead up in the front. Tommy and Ralph will have to battle for 3rd place, as the next speed race will be made by Ralph Dennis, who is catching up to Big Cherry Tommy Days and Effin and Garrett. It looks like Effin has the lead, and it looks like Ralph Dennis and qualifying ability will come just short. So, as number 2 takes the next command SPS, Effin's going to hold on Ralph and Garrett with the epic rally to stay alive in the game. And there you have it, folks. Effin holds on Ralph and Garrett for the bridge weight, as number 2 is better to close this one out with back-to-back SPS 550 life. Alright, so as a fierce battle for 3 of our 4 superstars, F1 gets the job done. That's right, he is now at 15 and 8. And there's more something coming up. Do not go away. Alright, welcome back to our show. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 4 will feature Chris Schneider of the Classic Go-Getters, along with Corey Sanchester, Max the Lack Sandsberg, and Gary Coles. There's the lineup for this race, and let's see what happens here. Everyone is on the clock, and good luck to these 4 superstars. Let's have a Chao race. So who's going to come on top of this one? We'll find out soon enough. And like the model says, anything can happen. The fans in the Chao Racing universe knows it, and so is our fans across the international countries. Right now, let's see if this can be an anything can happen moment here. As the 4 Chao are going to eat the fruit, and it looks like Max like Sandsberg is going to have coming out of the lead. There he goes. And who got the winning toss? It's number 2, not Sue. After dancing to the beat, he doesn't need to dance for long. And right now it looks like number 8 is Quarterwest. So he'll be left behind in the competition. And right now Corey Sanchester is snoozing as well. But he is expected to take the water, as he will have speed race number 2 this race. Oh, he hit the hill wall! And he climbs up the wall! What a deal! That speed bus was a gimme! Now he has full control of the lead with a shortcut strategy with that speed bus. What a deal! And who got the next one? It is Krishnana of the Classic Go-Getters, who will get the next command speeders. Right now, number 8 is getting left behind on the others in a hurry, but it's Scary Girls who gets the next command speeders. I can't believe it! After going to rest, Corey Sarchester took a speed bus flying on the water, and he manages to climb up the hill to take a shortcut. I do believe this is going to be the week he gets a W on his scoreboard. No doubt about it. Next speeders belongs to number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And right now it looks like Krishna is quarterback. That means Scary Girls will move up to second place. Max Alexander will have to push the battle with Krishna for third place. And he comes with the next command speeders. Poor numbers 1, 7, and 8, meanwhile, are all getting left behind the competition. Max is going to rest, and right now it looks like number 1 pauses for one. He'll drop down to last place. That means he needs a couple of speed busts to get back in this one, and this is one of them, trying his best to stay alive in the game. Corey Sarchester making his way towards the home stretch after a paying off shortcut strategy with a speed bust over at the water. He's gonna win this one, folks, no doubt about it. As Max Alexander takes his second speed bust to the race, you can tell he went up for Corey Sarchester. That gimme proves anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe. And as he gets a long away win on the season, that makes 6 wins on the board for Corey Sarchester, as Scary Girls will get the last speed bust. That makes his second speed bust of the race. He'll pass the other 2 for second place. Corey number 1 can just forget about this race. And Corey Sarchester can celebrate all of his fans. That's right, anything can happen, and that was worth proving. Back in a bit to not go away. Alright, Paul. Let's find out who do we have for this next matchup. Alright then. Race number 5 will feature Hal Miller on the Miller Trainers, Chris Fanakos, Nick Gimmick, and the 2018 senior class rookie, Chip Subay. Best luck to the next 4 superstars. And let's rock this place. Alright, so last week Hal Miller made his flying abilities of smooth line to get his 9th win of the season. Tonight he is going for win number 10, trying to make it to double-digit wins this week. Let's see if they can make it happen. Right now it looks like Chris Fanakos is going to come in on the lead. Chip Subay is going to follow him in second place. And who will get the winning toss for this race? It's number 1 who gets the winning toss. And number 2 is going to rest, so he'll drop down to last places. Chris Fanakos and Chip Subay are making their way towards the water. And it looks like Hal Miller and Nick Gimmick are going to join these 2 superstars. As speed bust number 2 in this race, we made by number 2. He makes the pass on number 7, who is going to rest. And number 7 taunts from 1. So he's better to join number 1 for D-Life all the way in the back. Let's find out who will get the next command speeders, and that next speeders will be made by number 8, who dominates over the 4-7 Chao in 4th place. Right now it is Chris Fanakos who is leading over Chip Subay of the 2018 senior class rookies, and Hal Miller right behind him in 3rd place. We are passing the 1-minute mark as of right now. And who will get the next one? It's number 7, who is battling with numbers 1 and 2 for D-Life all the way in the back. Right now, Nick Gimmick also trying his best to stay alive in the game, but I don't think he'll make it all the way towards 1st place. I don't think he'll be able to catch up to the opponents in a hurry. Well, there's another time. And number 1 will get another turn. That makes his 2nd speed bump to the base. Meanwhile, Chris Fanakos is starting to get tailgated a little bit by both Chip Subay and Hal Miller, who is going to prevail at the home stretch. We will know when they get to the goal line later on in the race. Next speed belongs to number 7. That makes his 2nd speed bump to the race. Oh, poor number 2 is getting left behind for numbers 1 and 7. He really needs a speed bust, and I mean now. But poor number 1 leads poor number 2 in the dust with his better speed bust of the race. Back in front, Chris Monacos, Chip Sibley, and Howard Miller are all making their way towards the home stretch, and Howard Miller is surely getting his 10th win of the season because he's a very good flyer. So, as number 8 takes his second speedway, still dominating order boards of a Chao, Howard Miller holds off Chris Monacos for his 10th win of his 2018-2019 redemption run this season. He's now at double digits. Good chance we might see him next season for sure. And number 7 will get his first speed boost of the race, and that is going to do it. Number 2 can just forget about this race. He's going home empty-handed. Alright, so with another jump or dot of his flying ability, Howard Miller is at double-digit wins. That's right, that's 10 wins for Howard Miller, and his bonus line coming up. Do not go away. Alright, almost halfway through the list. Who do we have next? Race number 6 will feature Jason Hill, Oliver Jones, Vince Stacy, and one half of our defending tag team champions, and the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett from the Classics Go-Getter tag team. The players are finished warming up and we're ready for a starting race, so let's rock this place! Alright, the next 4 superstars are on their way as we close out the first half of our countdown to the kickoff of the 2018 Tournament of Champions, which will be held next week in Lisbon, Portugal. Right now, our fans in Los Angeles are cheering on their favorite superstars as we get ready to get our tickets ready to board the plane for Lisbon. And right now, it's going to be Antonio Bennett and Jason Hill who are going to be battling for the lead up at the front. Which one of them will gain the edge? We'll find out soon enough as the first superstar that gets beat is number 1. That's the second race in a row that number 1 has won the winning toss for this week. And right now it looks like number 2 is heading for the 1, and number 8 is Chris. So he will be dropping down the last place over the bridges as the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett, who's flying over the bridges, takes speed as number 2 of this race. He gains the ground in the early one, but then Stacy is rapidly catching up to him in a hurry. Now he is right on his tail from the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett, as number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, takes the next command spears. Right now though, it is number 1 who really needs somehow all the way in the back. But as we pass the 1 minute mark, it is Jason Hill, two-time world champion, who will get the next command spears. Right now it is Vince Stacy. Look at this! Antonio Bennett went to rest, so Vince Stacy will have come in on the lead for a moment. He is making his way towards the sapphire portion of the inner course. Antonio Bennett trying to catch up to him after taking a rest. As the next PS wing made by number 1. He really needs some help and he got it. Now he has to push the battle with Oliver Jones and number 8 for survival. Meanwhile, Antonio Bennett is starting to find the groove again. He is catching up to Vince Stacy after going to rest. Who is going to prevail? Who will add another win closer to us, probably coming back next season? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to Oliver Jones. I highly doubt he'll make a miracle comeback even with that Stevens. Well, there's always another season. Of course, there's still a couple more weeks to go. But anyway, number 8 is going to be missing climbing over the wall. So the next speedrun is going to be made up in the front, and it's our leader, Antonio Bennett, who will get another turn. That makes his second speed boost of the race. Now he has a little bit of room ahead of Vince Stacy and Jason Hill, who are battling for second place. Vince and Jason both trying to make a statement at the home stretch. But as number 2 takes the next command speed boost, I do believe Antonio Bennett is going to celebrate the victory. Yep. If Vince Stacy does get speed boost, Antonio Bennett will win this one. I think he should be able to get his long win. Yep, it's Oliver Jones who will get his second speed boost race. So, the winner of this race is the next generation superstar, Antonio Bennett, over Vince Stacy. So now, Antonio Bennett has 6 wins, trying desperately to get that spot in the 2019 roster. Vince Stacy will come in second, and Jason Hill will come in third. And we have just enough time for one more speed boost on this race, and we made by number 1. Good comeback from behind. Number 2, can't just forget about this race. Alright, so Antonio Bennett is still in the game. That's right, a couple more wins, and he might be able to make it. We'll soon know. Coming up, we'll present the second half of the men's division, but first have a look at this. Alright, time for the second half of our kickoff to the 2018 Tournament Champions. Alright then, Brandon. For race number 7, we have Carl Tanner, John Miller from the Dazzling Aces, Daniel Hean, the son on the license to drive and the steel drive, and JJ Nehemiah. Last week, JJ Nehemiah managed to beat out both Aaron Hean Sr. and Jr. and Jason Hill for win number 8. Let's see if he can do it again this week. The players will line up for another signing race, so without further ado, welcome to Chao Rennings! And JJ Nehemiah is grass. That will give Carl Tanner, John Miller, and Daniel Hean the opening edge. We'll soon find out which one of them will pay off for not the only one as they make their way towards the palm trees with fans in the stands cheering on these 4 superstars. Carl, John, and Danielle are going to eat the fruit. And there goes Carl Tanner, and look at that. The other 2 Chao are dancing to the beat, and Carl Tanner is cross. That means JJ Nehemiah will have a privilege to battle with him for the best next standing. A couple Super Chao will be battling for the ever fun. And right now, number 8 taunts one more, trying to get some attention. And look at this, for the 3rd race in a row, number 1 wins the opening toss to start the second half. And right now, John Miller and number 7 both really needed some help. And John Miller went a little too far flying around in a circle. So now he has a lot of catching up to do. As Daniel Hean, the son of license to drive, takes PS number 2. He is currently catching up to our leader, JJ Nehemiah. They are making way towards the top of the hill, trying to maintain some ground in the only one. As the next PS we made by Carl Tanner, who also really needs some help. Right now, though, it is John Miller, who failed to pay off his shortcut gamble, who is getting left behind in the competition. He is getting all alone in last place. Was trying to battle with some of the silver Chao. He needs a lot of help in the crowd, and he will get the next command of the speed bus. Meanwhile, JJ Nehemiah is doing his best to defend the lead after taking a nap at the start of the race. I think he is going to win this one for sure. No doubt about it. Next PS belongs to Carl Tanner. That makes his 2nd speed bus race and number 2 taunts for a moment. Right now, numbers 1, 7, and 8 are battling for D-Life all the way back. As John Miller will get his 2nd speed bus for the race. And right now, JJ Nehemiah is making his way towards the top of the wall. There he is. He's at the top of the wall. Now he is going to make his way towards the waterfall. He is expected to be the first to approach home stretch in this exciting race to remember. And this time, John Miller goes for consecutive. He can't forget about going to rest. He wakes up immediately, but I do believe JJ Nehemiah is going to win this one. Yep, he was left behind in the competition. Now he is going to win this one over the competition. Yep. As number 1, well, the next command speeders trying desperately to lead number 7 does. Yep, JJ Nehemiah is gone, ladies and gentlemen. No one is going to catch up to him in time. JJ Nehemiah does it again. That's 9 wins for JJ Nehemiah with the win this week. As number 7 will close on speed bus fighting for D-Life all the way in the back. Alright, so another fine win by JJ Nehemiah. Fine indeed, ball. Fine indeed. We'll be back for another signing race after we present a word from this. And now, Paul, let's simple enough race number 8. You got it. Race number 8 will feature Jeff Norris, Ramon Chante of the Look at the Irish, Kenny Days of the Days Brothers, and the 2016 Rising Stars champion, Joshua Salmore. Best luck to the next 4 superstars on a quest for victory. Everyone is on a clock, and please start the race. And right now, the 2016 Rising Stars champion, Joshua Salmore scored the rest. So let's watch Jeff, Ron, and Kenny. These people have control of the opening edge, but which one of them will really have the upper hand after they shake the palm trees? We'll find out soon enough. Right now, it was like Jeff Norris, Ramon Chante, and Kenny Days are going to eat the fruit, and Jeff Norris is dancing to the beat. And there goes Ramon Chante, and look at that. He is going to have the upper hand for a moment. Joshua Salmon will have the privilege to catch up to him in a hurry. And it looks like Maywon Shante is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar against Beefus is number 7, who wakes up for his nap. And right now, number 8 pauses for 1. And right now, it looks like Kenny Days is going to be heading for the water along with number 8. And right now, he is trying desperately to get back in this one after being left behind dancing to the beat. As Beefus number 2 in this race will be made by Jam Norris, the success student of Chao Racing, although he did have much success throughout the entire season. Well, there's always another season. Maybe he'll have success in another season. Anyway, point number 1 and point number 2 are way behind in the competition. They are battling for dear life all the way at the back of the pack. But who really got the next command speeders? It's number 8, who leads over the force of Chao as we pass the 1 minute mark. Right now, it is the 2016 Rising Stars champion Joshua Salmon, who is in the lead over Maywon Shante after forcing to take a nap at the start of the race. Jam Norris is rapidly catching up to them in a hurry. And who will get the next command speeders? It's going to be number 2, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. That was a good speeders right now, but he needs a lot more help than that. Meanwhile, Joshua Salmon is trying to hold off Maywon Shante and Jam Norris as they approach the wall. We'll soon know which one of them will come up with a W when they get to the home stretch. Back to number 2, and now down goes Kenny Days for the count. Now he's number 2, will have a little bit of moving up to do. And now point number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. And who is going to get the next one? It's our leader, Joshua Salmon, the 2016 Rising Stars champion, going for win number 9 after a couple losses he's suffered before. I think this is the week he'll get another win on the board for sure. No doubt about it here, folks, for the 2016 Rising Stars champion himself. Maybe if he gets enough wins, he'll be able to come out next season. But I'm sure he's going to win this week. As number 1 takes the next command spears, no one is going to catch up to Joshua Salmon in a hurry. And there you have it. The 2016 Rising Stars champion Joshua Salmon prevails over Jam Norris and Maywon Shante. Jam Norris will come in 2nd place, and Maywon Shante will have to settle for 3rd place. As number 2 gets number 10, that makes his best because of the race, but he's still way behind in the competition all the way in the back. Well, folks, that is going to do it for this race. No more speeders for this race. So Joshua Salmon is now at 9 and 14. That's right. If he gets a couple more wins, he'll definitely come back next season. And we'll have 9 sign race in a little bit. But first, we'll see a one from Nets. Okay then. Still coming on our main event. Stealing Man is looking for his 2nd Superstar of the Week honors against his toughest test yet. That's right, that will include Fred Hansen and the Dazzling Aces, that's for sure. And Tag Team Runner-Up Blue Green. That's going to be coming up later on. But right now, for race number 9, we have Adrian Legenda, Daring to Play, Buster Jabo, the fastest swimmer of the league, and the son of the license to drive, Al Hien Jr. Let's see who's going to come on top of this race. Best of luck to the next 4 superstars. Please start the race. Okay, and number 7 is going to mess out. We will be left behind in the crowd. The 4th Chao are making their way towards the palm trees. That's what we always start with each and every race on the inward course. And now they're going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Derek to Play. He is going to have coming out really up in front. Adrian Legenda not too far behind in 3rd place, behind number 2. And it looks like they're going to stick with the bitches, in my way, we'll say. Yep. Anyway, who will get the opening toss for this race? It's going to be Derek to Play on Reno over at the bridges. And right now, Buster Jabo is rapidly approaching the water. And number 7 is getting left behind. He decided to join along with the water. Now let's find out who will get Speed Race number 2 in this race. And that Speed Race number 2 will be made by the son of the license to drive, Al Hien Jr. Buster Jabo made his way for the water. And now he has the lead over Derek to Play and Al Hien Jr. And who will get the next command speeders? It's Alien Jenna as we approach the 1 minute mark. Point number 2 is getting left behind on the competition. And so is number 8. And number 8 turns for 1. So he will join number 2 for dear life all the way in the back. As the next speed bus we may buy, Derek the play. That makes his second speed bus of the race. He is catching up to Alvin Jr. Right now, Buster Chao up in the very front is the first to approach the wall. He's done very well with his swimming ability. He made it in the hunt for the playoffs last week. I think he's going to stay a while for 1 more week in the hunt. No doubt about him, folks. Next BS belongs to number 8, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then. Buster Chao going in 8th place in the hunt for the 2019 playoffs. I think if we win tonight, he should be staying in the hunt for 1 more week, yeah? Buster Chao is approaching home stretch, and he should be off and running any second now. As number 7, well, the next FPS, there goes Buster Chao. He is going to be there to play, and Alvin Jr. in the dust. He quickly made to the finish line, and Buster Chao is our winner. As number 1, we'll get the next FPS. Buster Chao now has 11 wins, and he's still in a hunt in the playoffs for 1 more week. Derek the play will come in 2nd place, and it looks like Alvin Jr. will have to settle for 3rd place. And who got the next one? It's number 7. That makes his 2nd speed bus of the race, and he dominated over the force of a Chao. Good domination. Right now, number 1, they are bowing for dear life all the way in the back. Who is the suspended across that speed bus? It's going to be number 8 who gets it. Thus, will be number 1 and then me all the way in the back. So Buster Chao is still in the hunt. That's right, now he has a little wind up on his sleeve, and it's more time coming up. Do not go away. And now it's an all-brown Chao affair for race number 10. That's right, race number 10 will feature Dave Miller of the Male Trainers, Casey Raymarson, Frank Fernandaro, and last year's 3rd place finalist and defending tag team champion, Glenn Murray. So we have 4 brown Chao ready for another exciting race. Let's make this one the very best. Let's have a Chao race! Alright, so these 4 brown Chao are off and running. And number 8 is going to rise, and number 2 is going to join number 8 for duo. So these 2 Chao will have to battle for duo all the way in the back. Right on the 4 brown Chao, I'm going to shake the paw twist to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Casey Raymarson and Frank Fernandaro. These 2 Chao will be battling for the lead up in the front. And Casey Raymarson is glorious. That means Frank Fernandaro will command the lead up in the front. So now Casey Raymarson will drop down her place. And as Glenn Murray takes a rest, the first superstar against Beepus is number 8, who is taking the bridges. So now Glenn Murray catching up to number 1. Right now Glenn Murray and number 2 are taking the water. Number 7 decides to take with the bridges. So he'll be right behind on the competition. As Beepus number 2 in this race, we may buy Frank Fernandaro. And look at this! Guess who took a shortcut, trying to get 1 step closer to his redemption? It's Glenn Murray! He is making his redemption run look nice and easy this season. And who got the next command speeders? It's number 7, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And Frank Fernandaro is good. So he'll be left behind from Dave Miller and Casey Raymarson. As the next speeders we may buy, Dave Miller of the Miller Trails. He will have full control of 2nd place, but it's Glenn Murray, who with that shortcut strategy has a commanding lead over Dave Miller. As number 1 will get some help, he is way behind in the competition. Poor number 7, meanwhile, is the real dude who is way behind the competition. And number 2 pauses for 1. Both he and number 2 are really needing some help every now and then. They need a couple of speeders, and I mean now. But it's Frank Fernandaro who will get another turn. That makes his 2nd speed bus to the race. Meanwhile, Glenn Murray is rushing past the waterfall with a big lead over Dave Miller on the middle chairs. And number 1 will get another time. That makes it second speed buzz of the race. And he will lead point number 2 and point number 7 fighting for last place all the way in the back. And who got the next one? It's back to Frank Bonataro, making his first big buzz of the race. But I think he's going to wind up in third place behind Dave Miller. Yep. Dave Miller won't have enough distance to catch up to Glenn Murray in time. As number 2 takes the next speed buzz, Darwin went off for Glenn Murray. Another step closer towards his redemption. Now he has 14 wins from his 23 races. And right now, number 7 is still battling with number 2 for dear life as they approach home stretch. And it will be number 2 who will get back-to-back speed buzz. And he will be poor number 7 left behind, singing the last place blues. Dave Miller will come in second, and Frank Bonataro will come in third place. So that's it for an all-brown Chao affair. And it's Glenn Murray who will prevail. That's right. He should be able to get another chance towards his title this year. And we'll have another side race in a little bit. But first, let's hear one from this. Well, Paul, we have one more race to get through before we get to our main event. That's right. Race number 11 to precede the main event will feature Raymond Hill, our world champion Donald Rennings, Ricky Nelson from the Go-Getters 2.0 squad, and Kyle Richmond. The players will line up and we're ready for another exciting race. So best of luck to the next 4 superstars, and please start the race. Alright, who is going to have the lucky dip for race number 11 this week? We'll find out soon enough as we continue our countdown to the tournament champions next week. And right now, a couple of super challenge for the rest look like numbers 2 and 8 to be exact. And right now, the 4 chocolate chicken palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Raymond Hill and Mickey Nelson. These 2 chow will be battling for the way up in the front. And where will Miss Chow be heading? It looks like they're both heading for the water. And Raymond Hill has paid off his shortcut. He pauses for more, but he's off and running as Kyle Richmond takes the winning toss. Yeah, Raymond Hill pauses for more after he took a shortcut, but now he has a commanding lead over his opponents right now, quickly making his way towards the sapphire portion of the yellow course, as Vicky Nelson, who dominates over second place, takes BS number 2 in this race. For number 7 is getting left behind on the competition. He's getting all along behind the pack. Let's find out who will get the next command speeders, and that next speeders will be made by Kyle Richmond. That makes his second speed buzz of the race, and Ricky Nelson is going to rest, which means Donald Rennings will have a little bit of catching up to do. But it's Raymond Hill who has a commanding lead over these 2 Chao as he heads for the wall. And who will get the next command speeders? It's our defending world champion Donald Rennings trying to make the pass for Ricky Nelson for a second. Numbers 2 and 7, meanwhile, are getting left behind, and so is number 8, who passes forward. And Kyle Richmond, who's going to join these 3 Super Chao for D-Life all the way back. Which one of these 4 will get the next command speeders? It's number 2, that's Sue. And right now, Raymond Hill is going to rest, but he will still have a commanding lead. Meanwhile, Donald Rennings and Ricky Nelson are fighting for second place, heading into the top of the wall. But I think Raymond Hill is going to win this one for sure. I don't think they'll be able to catch up with him. Next BS belongs to Kyle Richmond. That makes his first speed buzz of the race. And right now, Raymond Hill is the first to approach home stretch. And he should have an easy victory. This would be his 14th win of the season. And right now, number 1 will get the next command speed buzz. Yep, Raymond Hill's going to do it right over there. Raymond Hill beats up Vicky Nelson and Donald Rennings for the victory, as number 1 gets back-to-back speed buzz. And a couple Super Chao getting left behind in the competition. And right now, who will get the next command speed buzz? It's going to be number 7 who gets it, who desperately needs to catch them every now and then. I believe that is going to do it for this race. Yep, the last finisher comes to the finish gate, and this race is finito. So, Raymond Hill wins an easy one. That's right. Now he's at 14-9. And we'll present the main event after we hear one from this. So stay tuned. Alright, Los Angeles, it's time for Week 22's main event. Are you ready? We show up, Brandon. This week, our returning champion, Steve Wingman, faces off with Fred Harrison, Tyler Foltz, and Luke Green. Let's see if he can make it 2 weeks in a row this week. He done it last week's main event. Will he do it again this week? We're about to find out right now. Let's have a Chao race. Tonight's main event is presented by Coca-Cola Zero, with zero sugar and real taste of Coca-Cola. It's always the official drink of Chao Racing and all the sports across the globe. Right now, it looks like the four Chao are going to make their way towards the palm trees. They're going to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit, and there goes Steve Wingman and Tyler Foltz. These two Chao will be bowing fully up in the front. Fred Harrison is right on their tail in third place. And it looks like Tyler and Steve are both flying. As the first superstar against Steve in this week's main event is Luke Green, one half of the defending tag team runners-up. And look at this! Steve and Tyler both paid off their shortcuts. They both made it to the top of the hill. Of course, Steve Wingman is our current leader by a few yards. As Speedless number 2 in this race, we made by number 1, who is getting left behind in the competition. Steve Wingman currently leading over Tyler Foltz after both of these Chao took a shortcut. And this Luke Green, who will get another turn, that makes his second speed bonus of the race, but it will be a miracle to catch up to Steve Wingman or Tyler Foltz up in the front. Right now, numbers 1 and 2 and 8 are all battling for dear life, and number 8 pauses for one. So he will drop down to last place and will be left behind in the competition for a while. That means he needs a couple of speed bumps if he wants to get back in this one. And this is one of them as we pass the 1 minute mark. Meanwhile, up in the front, Steve Wingman has reached the top of the wall, and Tyler Foltz will be up there shortly. Steve Wingman trying to make it 15 wins this season, and his second Superstar of the Week honors. Will he hold off Tyler Foltz for the lead? We'll find out soon enough. Next place belongs to number 1. That makes his second speed bonus of the race, but he's still way behind in the competition behind number 8. Steve Wingman trying to wrap things up over Tyler Foltz. And it looks like he might be able to get his second Superstar of the Week honors this week, as number 8 will get his second speed bonus of the race. Yep, Tyler Foltz will not spoil Steve Wingman's second straight Superstar of the Week honors this week. The orange wonder of the world, Steve Wingman does it again, as number 8 gets back-to-back speeders. So Steve Wingman beats out Tyler Foltz over the shortcut, and for the second week in a row, he is your Superstar of the Week. So now he has 15 wins up on his sleeve this season. Great season so far, as number 1 will get another turn. That makes his best speed bonus of the race. And by the way, since the tournament champion is next week, Steve Wingman will be coming back in our next main event in 2 weeks after the annual tournament champions, so be sure to tune in then. But right now, it is number 8 who will get another turn. That makes it 4 speed bonus of the race. Number 1 has no hope for surviving whatsoever as the race comes to a close. Alright, so we'll see Steve Wingman in 2 weeks for the next main event. That's right, the women's division race is on next, and we will reveal the final 4 participants in the tournament. So stay tuned, do not go away.